So for the supplies you'll need today, we're going to use the small towel, so like a bathroom towel or a dish towel, and also a cushion. Our opening pose is going to be a restorative fish. And this is where you'll use your cushion, and it's going to go under your upper back, under the shoulder blades. Get stretched out on your back and take a little time for wiggling. We're setting up a gentle back bend where the front of your ribs is the tallest point on your body. Allow your head to dangle back. I like to make sure the back of my head has support, so maybe some of the pillow is under the head or the head can rest on the ground. Give yourself time to get settled in. And since this is a restorative pose, we want to feel like you can rest. If there's a part of you that is kind of bracing, or maybe you're holding your breath a little bit, just take notice of that and see if there's a way to make the pose feel more supportive and more safe so you can relax a little bit more. The arms could be in a few different shapes. We have the cactus shape in arms, letter T, or a capital letter A. You may like to try each of those shapes and see what feels good on your shoulder area and on your neck. Settle into your breath. Let your breath take up more space. So each inhale is broader and longer. Each exhale has a feeling of completeness all the way to the end. When you start yoga practice, there's often this transition where you're bringing your mind from the activities of the day, maybe from stressful happenings or a to-do list, and you redirect your mind into the present moment. Bring your full attention to your breath. And even if there are thoughts that ask for your attention, we don't need to shove the thoughts or push them away, but simply relax the mind. Like when you relax your forehead and your eyebrows, the brain can relax. And gradually you start to settle in. The mind begins to quiet down, kind of like a snow globe as you shake it and all the little snowflakes are agitated. It's kind of like our thoughts. So gradually we start to slow down with the breath. And take a few moments to simply be, to find support as you're resting. Find support in the way you breathe. To finish up this pose, reach the arms on the floor behind your head. Connect your fingers and just get extra long. Reach more through one side of your torso and then more through the other. Bring feet flat to the mat. Roll to your side to slide your pillow out from underneath you. And then just simply lie flat on your back. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. Roll your chin toward one shoulder and then toward the other. And without pushing to the edges of your stretch, just glide your neck in an easy range of motion. Bring your hands behind your head and go into the hollow under your neck, where your neck lifts away from the floor a little bit. For a little neck massage, just make little circles around the sides of your neck. If there are any tender areas, you might just ease off a little bit or do some gentle circles. And try rolling your head side to side as you massage with your fingers, and just see what you find. Try a nod with the chin. Nod the chin down and then lift it up. Finish up your neck massage. And we'll do a pelvic tilt. Arms come down on the floor by your sides. Firm up your abs and flatten your low back into the mat. And reverse that movement by lifting your low back. Curl your tailbone toward your shoulder blades. Flow side to side. Ground your low back and then arch it away from the mat. Twinkle your toes, flutter them a little bit, and try to not use your feet so much and use more of your ab muscles and your back muscles to make the pelvic tilt happen. Ease this movement into the breathing bridge. The next time you breathe in, lift up your tailbone, reach the arms up on the floor behind your head. As you breathe out, lower the spine slowly. Take your time, lower the arms. Coordinate that movement on your breath. Breathe in when you lift, breathe out as you slowly lower down. Tap into the full deep breathing that you found at the start of class. Observe your footprints on the mat. Try to stand evenly between left and right sides. Also, try to stand down the midline of your foot. Instead of rocking to the pinky edge, for example, try to stand right in the center of each foot. Take one more round up and down wherever you're at. Bend the right knee toward your chest. Either hold the back of the thigh or the front of the shin and release your left leg long onto the ground. For the wind reliever, pull your right knee close. Breathe in. Breathe out and lift up. Come toward your knee. Inhale, lower your head. Exhale, just straighten your arms to release. Let's do that again. Inhale, knee in. Exhale, lift head. Inhale, head down. Exhale, straight arms. And this time, as you're breathing, push your knee against your hands. Yeah, so you're creating some tension in the upper hamstrings and lower glutes. Nice. And we'll do one more round. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, release your head down. Exhale to twist. Draw the knee over your body and start to breathe in your twist. Right arm may reach out in the letter T or bend the elbow if that feels better. One more breath in the twist. Slowly come out, right leg straight on the ground. And before you switch sides, just tune in. Relax your body and see if you feel the difference between right and left sides. Bend the left knee and hug it in. This is the wind reliever pose. It's kind of a clever name because it actually does move things around in our lower digestive system. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, curl your upper body. Inhale, release head down. Exhale, straighten arms as you hold the knee. Inhale, draw knee close. Exhale, curl up your head. Inhale, head down. Exhale, push knee forward. And this is where you'll create resistance. Keep breathing. Hold hands around the knee or the thigh and just push your leg forward. And that will cause some activation at the top of your hamstrings near the glutes. Nice job. Release that. Bend knee to chest and breathe in. See if you got more flexibility. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, head down. Exhale into your twist. Ease yourself over. Let gravity help your left knee move to the side. And the left shoulder, it might lift a little bit off the mat. And think about just smoothing it down. One more breath in the twist. Nice. Unroll. Both knees into chest. Roll around on your back. Send your legs up into the sky. Reach your arms up too and shake things out. Get floppy in hands and feet. Have a little fun. Nice. Bend the knees and bring your hands around the back of your head. So like you found that little neck massage before, just find your thumbs in the sides of your neck. There could be a little massage. And your thumbs are also, we're going to do some core strengthening at this moment. So your thumbs are helping to remind your neck not to overachieve, because I have a tendency to like use my neck a lot when I'm trying to engage my abs. So just see if your neck can let the abs do more work. Bring your legs up. They could be straight-ish or straight. Bend one knee, reach out through the other foot, and then kind of like air bicycle, just bend one knee as you straighten the other leg. If you want to up the ante, bring your feet forward so you're more like a 45-degree angle away from the ground. Use your lower abs to bring your low back down toward the floor like you did in the pelvic tilt. And keep reaching out through the feet, either up to the sky. The most body weight challenge would be feet parallel to the ground, legs parallel to the ground. Let yourself get warm. We'll pedal a few more rounds. Rather than speed, think of smooth movement, smooth bends in the knee. Nice job, feet to mat. Release your hands out to the side, and we'll just windshield wiper the knees side to side. Get a stretch for your quads by spacing your feet apart, and then your knees can really reach down to the bottom edge of your mat. All right, knees to chest. Do a little rock and roll. If it feels good, maybe you want to rock on your spine a bunch, and if it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Seated cat and cow. Feet are flat on the mat. Hold the back of the thighs. As you breathe in, Shift your low back forward, pull the shoulder blades behind you and arch your spine. Breathe out into the cat. Round the spine, tuck your tailbone under. And just forward and back on your breath. When you do the back bend, think of getting really tall, like your chest is lifting. Yeah. One more round. Bring the soles of the feet together. Open your knees out to the side. Walk your sitting bones back. So that kind of sets you forward in your pose. Bring hands to ankles or feet, whatever is reachable. As you breathe in, lift your right arm out to the side, kind of a diagonal line. Exhale, hands to feet, release your head. Inhale, lift your head, other arm reaches back. Exhale, come forward and relax your spine down. Breathe in, lift your head, reach the arm. Breathe out, come forward and release your head. Stay on that movement with your breath. Notice if you have opening in your range of motion, like maybe the movement opens up a little bit more as you progress. I'll leave it up to you if you would like to stay moving side to side, or if you'd like to take a holding pose, just continue to relax forward and down. This is a turtle variation, the tortoise pose. Visualize your spine like a tortoise shell, a very safe, protective place for you to dwell. Slowly lift yourself up. Next, we'll be coming into table pose. So just take your time onto the hands and knees. We'll go into some fire hydrants first. Walk your knees together, and our movement is going to be knee out to the side and then back down to the ground. And alternate sides each time. It doesn't really matter how high you lift your knee, just bring it out to that point of resistance. Another landmark is to try to keep your pelvis level as opposed to lifting like you're turning your belly to the side to lift the knee higher. So keep your belly pointing straight at the ground and just reach your knee outward to that point of resistance. Yeah, after a little bit, we start to feel the deeper hip muscles. If you want to add the arms to finish up, it's the same shape, so kind of like a robot arm, cactus arm out to the side, opposite arm to the leg. We do this exercise because it's targeting muscles that are commonly weak. So please don't worry if this is like, wow, that's very strengthening. So we've got child's pose next. It's supposed to feel like, okay, waking up forgotten muscles. Let yourself relax. Breathe low into your belly. Feel the strengthening you've done in your core and in your hips. Slowly rise up and just make your way to standing. However you get here, make your way up. Hi, Aunt Carol. Glad you could make it. All right, let's stand with our feet about 3 feet apart. You may like to turn your toes out just a little bit. Your feet will naturally adjust with this movement. That will do. On an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, arms to T, and come down halfway in your spine, like a flat tabletop. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bend your knees and ragdoll your spine. Inhale, push with the feet as you stand up. Arms high. Exhale, hands together at the heart, bend your knees. Inhale, stand tall, open your arms. Exhale, down to flat back, so a little ab strength for support. Inhale, reach forward like you're catching a ball over your head. Exhale, bend the knees, tailbone high, head low. Inhale, push with your feet. Unroll your spine, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart, bend the knees. Let's do one more cycle. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, flat back. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bend down, bend the knees, relax your back. Inhale, stand up, reach high. Exhale, hands to your heart. Great. Drop your arms, straighten the legs, step your feet together. Mountain pose. Find even weight between both feet. Incorporate your whole body in your attention. Relax your thinking mind about any labels or words or judgments about your body, and just be in the biology, be in the feeling, how it feels to be aware on the inside of your senses. Maybe you feel the warmth of your body, the pulse of your circulation, the flowing of your breath. Let's move into a standing twist. Take your right arm back and left arm forward. Open to the side. Come to center, hands at your heart. And let's do the other side. Left arm back, right arm forward. Reach through the fingers. Nice. Hands to heart. Take one more like that on each side. You may like to turn your head to look behind you, bringing the twist into your neck. And we'll add a little core this time around. So turn to your right. And the image I'm going to give us is like when you wring out a towel, your hands are each twisting in opposite directions. So use your upper abs to twist your chest one way, then use your lower abs to turn your belly forward. Yeah, so the shoulders are twisting right, but your hips are twisting left. Yeah, and you're doing that from your core. Feel that for one more moment, and then relax. Bring hands to heart. Try that on the other side. Left arm back, right arm forward. Visualize that bringing out the towel image as your shoulders are twisting left. Twist your hips to the right. And feel that happening in your abs, right in your center. Your shoulder blades are helping, your spinal muscles are helping. Nice. Yeah, come to center. Relax your arms down and circle out your shoulders. All right, let's step back out to that wide position. I'm going to take us through a fun flow that I've been teaching in some of the other classes. So our feet are going to be just a little bit wider than they were before. You might angle your toes just slightly outward. As you breathe in, reach your arms up. Exhale, side stretch to your right. I'm going to mirror you on this one. Drop the arm and take a twist to your left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, hands to heart. And then exhale, bend into your right knee. Yeah, take a breath here as you draw strength into that leg. Push into your heel. straight. Inhale, stand tall, lift your arms up. Exhale, side bend to your left. Inhale, drop the arm and take a twist to your right. Exhale, hands to heart, bend the left knee. Stay low as you breathe. Sink back into your heel to take pressure out of your knee. Next, inhale, straight legs, straight arms. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale, twist left. Use your core. Exhale, hands to heart, bend the right knee. As you breathe here, if you want a little more work, arms could reach up or keep hands at the heart. One more breath. Inhale, stand tall, arms overhead. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, open twist right, use your core. Exhale, hands to heart, bend left knee. Breathe here, option to straighten arms. Stand into both feet. Draw your belly toward the spine to help lengthen the low back. Inhale, straight legs, arms up. One more cycle on each side. Exhale to your right. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, hands to heart, side lunge. Bend into the knee, option to raise your arms. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, stand tall, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, hands to heart, bend left knee. Option to straighten arms or stay here as you breathe. Shoulders relax down, put the neck at ease. Inhale, straight legs, arms high. Exhale, just release the arms, walk the feet closer together. If you like to shake out your legs to release ankles. It's a good time if you want to grab some water and just tune in to the flow that you've done. These wonderful flowing movements for circulation. All right, let's do a little balance. Why don't we do the dancer pose? I'll be demonstrating using a chair for balance. So if you have furniture or a wall nearby, that's a great thing to use. Dancer pose is a back bend. So we'll start by taking one leg back. If you want to grab something for balance, feel free. And then bend that knee, reach back with the same hand, holding onto your ankle. Point your knees down to start, and think of pointing your tailbone slightly down. Yeah, and that'll start the quad stretch. And any amount you may like to press your foot into your hand, creating the back bend as your heart lifts up. As the foot reaches back, that'll help to stretch your chest in the front. And if you'd like to play with balance, take your free arm up alongside the ear or keep using it for support. One more deep breath. Exhale, step down. Shake the legs, see how that feels. And sometimes the quad stretching can be a lot on the knees. So I'll show a front view, just changing the angle of your knee a little bit, like I'm doing here. Sometimes that can change the leverage that's happening and help you find more comfort in the pose. Get ready for the second side. Start by walking the toes back, and that's even beginning your back bend as you reach back. Bend the knee. Same hand is going to clasp the ankle. Find your breath, find your balance. When you unlock the standing leg knee, that can help with balance. Point your knees down toward the floor and start to open up. Press the lifted foot back into the hand, opening your chest to create a back bend. Activate the toes even. That'll help to support that leg. Notice if you want to make adjustments for the angle on the knee to help support your knee. Nice work. So let's step down, shake out your legs. We'll do a supported pyramid pose. I'm going to be demonstrating using the chair, and you can also do the pose with your hands on a wall. So we'll be stepping one leg back, one leg forward. The back foot is all the way on the ground, so your heel is pressing down. Front leg stays straight, and then we'll begin to fold forward. So you'll have like a piece of furniture like this, and then I'll turn around to show like if you were using the wall, you would just be pressing your hands against the wall to help lengthen out your spine. Stretch both of your legs long and think of moving your pelvis back in space by pressing your hands down more. Gaze downward to help lengthen the back of your neck in line with your spine. As the pose deepens, tune into your breath. We try to take a shape in yoga that the body's saying yes to. And one way to hear that yes is by the way you breathe. That your breath is not choppy or being constricted, but the breath is flowing and saying yes. Bend your front knee and slowly stand up. If there are any movements like shaking it out or rolling shoulders, things that help you to reset your legs. One side note of that pose is a really deep Achilles stretch, really deep for the calves. A lot of us have tighter calves. Try out the other side. Step your foot back. You may like to start with hands on hips. Think of keeping a long spine rather than a hunchback as you come forward. Support with your arms. Press long through your legs by grounding your feet. And sometimes you may feel inclined to shift your footprints, like you could get a little more leverage if you just scooch an inch over. So just listen to that and see how you can find that sweet spot where your pelvis is moving back, the arms are pressing onto the chair or the wall, spine is lengthening out, breath is flowing. That little tuck in the chin to bring your neck in line with your spine. Watch how the pose progresses in the last few breaths. To release, bend the front knee, push off of your feet to stand up. If you like to shake out legs, and then we're simply going to come down and have a seat. This is the pose where we're going to be using that little towel. So go ahead and grab that. If you have a yoga strap, that's great, or like a belt, something small. We're going to be stretching the neck. So just place that over one shoulder. And like on this side, that same arm is going to hold in front, and then take your other arm in back. Bring the towel really close, like kind of up almost to your ear on the side of the neck. Yeah, and then we're just going to pull down. You kind of just relax your elbows so gravity pulls your arms down, and then shift your head the other way to stretch out your neck. There might be a little nod in your chin as you start to open things up. The breath is flowing. At any point, you might want to go through the process again. Just reset the towel on your neck, find that gentle pull down, and then slide your head to the other side. A couple more breaths on this side before we switch. Slowly release, just let your arms go. Close your eyes, see if you notice a difference between the sides of your neck. Change to the other side. Take that little towel. So whatever side the towel's on, that arm is going to hold in front, and then the other arm is going to tuck behind your back. Bring it high up on your neck so you can kind of pull down to get that nice stretch. Relax your elbows with gravity, and then tilt your head away from the towel, creating this gentle neck stretch. There might be a nod with the chin to help release the neck. Feel free to do the process again if you want to replace the towel, reactivate the stretch. Relaxing into your breath. Next time you exhale, just drop your arms. Set the towel off to the side. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. You might want to change the cross of your legs. We'll do one more shoulder and neck stretch, the nerve glide. And for this, I want you to imagine that your hand is a paintbrush, and we're going to be painting up and down. So if you look at my hand, it's like the fingers are going to be moving in this big range of motion. So up to the ceiling, up to the floor. Nice. Tilt your head away from that shoulder, and then just start your paintbrush up and down. Try reaching more through the heel of your hand, or reaching more through the back of your hand or the fingertips. If you find a place that really feels juicy, maybe you hold in that area and breathe. The one recommendation for nerve stretch is that you don't hold one position for more than 10 seconds. So we're just not doing a long hold. That's why we're flowing. Ease yourself out. Drop hand to lap. Bring head to center. Move your neck lightly and see what you feel. Reach your other arm out and start into that paintbrush movement. Very free movement in your wrist. Tilt your head away from the arm. Invite your breath to move freely. Sometimes my breath gets a little bit shorter when I do neck stretches, just because it's an area I have more tension. So I just try to remember to relax. If I notice the breath is kind of held, just relaxing it, trying to breathe again. If there are any places you want to hold, customize your stretch based on what you feel. Ease out, lift your head, and tune in to any result from that stretch, any release, any openness. Let's go ahead and lie down on your side. Have the knees bent. And as you lie down, the bottom arm can cradle your head, or I guess a lot of us have a pillow around. You could always just relax your head on a pillow. straighten out your bottom arm and stack up your hands, or as close as they get. And this pose is less about precision and more about just getting a nice release in our back and shoulder. Reach your top arm up. This one is the crocodile. So you're going to visualize that your arms are like the mouth of the crocodile. You're opening wide, bring the arm out behind you. And then when your hands come together, just take a moment to slump and melt, relaxing your back and your neck. So you've got time for this free movement. It's okay if your hips shift around or your knees separate. Just focus on getting that softness, this moment of release when the hands come together. And eventually you might like to move your arm in more of a circle. And it can really go either direction, just finding the release that you need. To finish up, just let yourself soften forward. Hands might come closer together. Let your top shoulder sink forward and down. Breathe between your shoulder blades and let your back relax. Transition to the other side. You might just want to roll over. I'm going to flip so I can still face the camera, but however you like to get over for the other side. Knees are bent, and just get into your movement whenever you're ready. Bottom arm is going to be stretched out. Top arm can stack. And just open and close. Very gradual, relaxed movement. Your head might just roll with you. And when you bring the top arm forward, just get that moment of softness, just release. See what you can melt in your upper back and neck. You may like to start circling out your arm, like you're tracing a big circle on the ceiling. Remember to take that moment to really soften when your hands come together. When your hands come together again, let's finish just by resting. Let your shoulders become heavy, melting down. Slowly roll back to lie flat on your back. And we'll be making our way into final relaxation. If there are any last movements you want to do, maybe give the knees a squeeze. Any poses your body might be asking for, feel free to take those poses and then join us when you're ready. Let your body soften. Allow the toes to roll out to the side. Maybe your palms face upward if that feels good on the shoulder. When you begin the relaxation, sometimes a few deeper breaths are like a catalyst to get started relaxing. And eventually, you get to the point where you're not really trying to breathe or you're not really controlling your body. You're just letting go. Relax your eyes, the eyelids, and the eyebrows. Relax the forehead and the scalp. Relax the sides of the neck. Relax the front of the neck and the throat area. Relax the back of your neck with your spine. Relax the upper back that touches the ground and the lower back that might lift just a little away from the ground as your spine relaxes. Relax your belly, relax your lungs. Relax down the arms to the hands. Relax down the legs to the feet. And just like we turn the lights off in a building at the end of the day, I think of the relaxation like you're powering down so you can recharge. Gently deepen your breath. With your breath, feel like you can draw in the benefit of your yoga and whatever that is for you, the reasons why you practice, the way it benefits you. Really drink that in. Start to move a bit. Stretch out hands and feet. Roll your head side to side. Plant feet on the floor, and with bent knees, roll on your side. Slowly come up and take a seat. When I finish doing yoga, I like to ask myself what I will bring with me from class. And it might be a perspective or a point of view. It might be a pose that I'd like to do later and start bringing into my life. It might be a way of breathing that was helpful. So just take a moment to connect and ask yourself what you'd like to bring with you today. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Namaste.